what's tea? Like, come on, sis, don't play me because I didn't come down here to fight, but I will. Hey guys, it's Kendall. Welcome back to my channel. We're now doing things the K-Biv way, and today I am gonna be talking about my experience at CG Cosmetics. I had a breast augmentation 2 months ago now with Dr. Fryman in Miami, Florida. So I'm gonna do a sit down. I kind of show some of the footage from when I was actually there. I will link that video down below or somewhere up here if you want to check it out. But yeah, if you want to see, of course, you want to hear like about my experience, the cost, the facility, the recovery house that I stayed at, like everything, keep on watching this video. Okay guys, so like I said, I got I guess I don't know like what the definition of, I shouldn't say that. I got a breast augmentation. I did not get implants. I ended up only getting a lift. Okay, so as I was saying, actually I was looking for breast augmentation videos lift only prior to my surgery, and I only found two. One was, I think, a white lady. I think she actually lives in Australia. And then the other one was a black girl. I'm not sure where she lives. I can tag both of their videos down below. But it seems like not many like women get like lift only. These days a lot of women go ahead and get the implants. But that's not something that I wanted to do. I had done and heard a lot about, or I'd done a lot of research and heard a lot about breast implant illness. Even down to like 3 years ago, I went for a consultation in Greensboro, North Carolina when I lived there for breast implants, and I just got like the eeriest feeling. I just had to get out of there. Something was telling me like not to do it, so I didn't do it. But this time I was like, it sounds bad to say, but I just was like, I don't like the way I don't like the way my breast looks, so something gonna have to give. So I was like, I could just get a lift, but I also was nervous because I was like, what are they going to look like? Like, there's also Tiffany Darling did a video about when she was getting her breast implants, and there's this Instagram page. I'll put the information down below, but a lot of the women like show like their before and afters of them getting like implants, and not a lot of people show just lifts. So I was like are they actually going to be lifted? Like I was like very skeptical, but I ended up going ahead and like reaching out to CG Cosmetics, and I don't remember, no, I found out about them on YouTube. A lot of girls have like reviewed like their facility and the different doctors. So I went to their Instagram page and I looked up the doctor that I wanted to go to, Dr. Fryman, and I like really liked his work. Like, oh, even though they didn't post like, again, I can't say it enough, they didn't post like any pictures of him only doing lifts, but all the pictures that they posted of him doing implants with the lift, I really liked the way they looked. Like they were even. I liked the shape. I liked how like the women were healing. So everything was just like, okay, I want to go to him. And then the coordinator at the facility also, she recommended him. I don't know if it was because that was the only person who had availability, but I was like, get me in there as soon as possible. So I had surgery on August the 6th. So I flew down August 5th. I went to my pre-op appointment, and the pre-op appointment was like the worst experience ever. I was in that office for like 5 hours. I will say that make sure you have all your like paperwork, procedures, everything sent in, because I felt like they were trying to scam me, honestly. What was it, like an EG, I want to say, EKC, some type of like where they check your heart, you know, the little machines where they show like how your heart beats. So they was telling me that I didn't have that, and that my doctor's office like didn't fax that on time. I really think that they was doing that because I watched them do that with a lot of other women. They were like, we didn't get it, we didn't get it, we didn't get it. So by the time you sit there for 4 or 5 hours, you just like, all right, I'll just pay y'all the $90 for y'all to do it, and then so I can get out of here. But I was like, I'm on a budget. Like I didn't come down here with no extra hundreds of dollars. I did end up having to spend like I forgot how much they were, but I had forgotten like compression socks. So I did need that, but like all of my labs and everything, I got that done through my insurance back when I was home, and I had my doctor's office send it to them like beforehand. But then when I got there, they tried to act like they didn't have it. So I'm just like, I don't have time for the BS. So I had to keep calling the doctor's office, keep having them refax it. It was just a lot. So the pre-op appointment the day before, it was very stressful, but then I ended up heading straight to the recovery house, which I forgot to mention, they did pick me up from the airport and they took me to my pre-op appointment straight there, and then they picked me up from the pre-op appointment and took me back to the recovery house. And the recovery house, it was it was a very interesting experience. Like I stayed at Mimi's recovery house. It was really nice. Like the nurses were really sweet. They spoke Spanish. Like the food was decent. The women that were staying there were really friendly. Like it was a good experience. I was glad that I had chosen to stay there. So I was talking to like all the girls that were staying there. We were like sharing where we were from, what we were getting, like looking at the girls who had got surgery like days before, hearing their experiences, like which facilities like they had gone to. It was like really like cool. Like the people were really supportive, so I wasn't really nervous the day before, but then the day of, like my nerves started getting to me, so I woke up super early. I forgot, I think I had surgery at 9. I just walked up the steps and I shouldn't even be huffing like this. So the day of, I went in, and like everybody says, like you go in and they take you like to the back alleyway. You go into this door and you walk in, like they have it, you know, it was coronavirus, so they have it like you separated. You tell them your name, what you're there to get, and like who will be picking you up after surgery, and then you go in, you sit down, a nurse will like come and pick you up. I'm trying to think. She asked me like all my name, my date of birth, or whatever. They had me, I think they had me go in and like pee in a cup, and then the lady came in and she did my IV. She told me like get naked, of course, like all the way from the, take everything off and put my things in this bag. And they were just, I don't know, at that point I was like getting real nervous. So then Dr. Fryman comes in, and he was like, you know, he was like the sweetest guy, not the sweetest guy I've ever met, but he was like really nice. Even though I've seen a lot of people mention like the doctors can be like really crude, they see a lot of women, which they do, but I was telling him about my experience from the previous day, and like how the medical lady was like so rude. She laughed in my face when I was naked, and I told her that I didn't want implants, and she was like, oh no honey, like oh no, like you need it, like your breasts are, what she say, like Betty small, they just Betty small. And I'm just like, I didn't ask you no questions. Like I didn't ask you anything. You asked me what I want. I'm telling you what I want. Like what's tea? Like come on sis, don't play me, because I didn't come down here to fight, but I will. I will. Like I didn't pay y'all a lot of thousands of dollars, okay? Don't play with me in here. So I'm like, it don't matter. Like I didn't ask you for your opinion. Like I said I just want a lift, like just give me a lift. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna go show like my colleagues or whatever. So she's taking a picture of me from the side, from the front, you know, from the top, and she goes to show people. And I really thought that they was about to tell me that they couldn't do it, and which I was so confused by, because I'm like, what damn difference does it make? Like, give me what I asked for. And then I'm just like, at the same time, I'm like, if you cancel my appointment, like I'm out of the recovery house money that I'm staying at, I'm out of the flight ticket, like I'm out of the Ubers that I paid like to get to the airport. Like please just don't give me a hard time. So that was the day before. She ends up coming back and telling me that I can get exactly what I paid for, which, so back to Dr. Fryman. Like I was telling him about my experience, and he was like, so you just get a lift, right? And I was like, yeah, like that's not going to be a problem, like, right? Because the girl yesterday acted like it was a big deal. He was like, well, it don't really matter, like, what she think. It's your body. And I was like, a king. A Caucasian king. Because that's what I'm talking about. Like, yes, so he was, like, drawing on my body, like asking me about like where I work, what I do, like if I enjoy it, like everything, like real like, you know, just talking, getting to know each other. So I'm just like, wow, okay, like yes, okay. So then I was like sweating. I was like, oh my god, I hope I don't stink, because I got like nervous sweat, and if you know, like nervous sweat is like worse than regular. So he leaves. He's like, all right, I'll like see you in a minute. So the nurse comes back in, and then they like roll me over, because I was in like a side room. They rolled me over to like where I sat on like the surgical bed, and then they rolled me from in that bed into the room where he was going to perform surgery. And then like everybody says, like it was just an all white sterile room, and it was like one person on this side, one person on this side. They didn't really ask me no questions. She was like, you gonna feel a stick, okay? So then like they put I guess the anesthesia into my IV, and when I tell you, like, that blank burned, like it burned so bad. But by the time I got my lips ready to complain, like I don't remember anything else after that, which is so crazy. But you know, off topic, what it made me think of is like lethal injections, because I'm just like, ain't no way, if this is only knocking me out for an hour, ain't no way that you gonna tell me that when you trying to kill somebody and you gotta insert like that much poison into them, like that it don't hurt, it don't burn. So I was like, oh my God. And then I was just knocked out, and then I woke up and I felt the worst pain in my mouth. But I was like, okay, like, okay, cool, whatever. Everything else, like my breasts weren't really like hurting that bad. I was bandaged all the way up, so I couldn't see anything. Like it was cool. But I still felt like a little woozy. I was like looking around. The other girls was woozy too. Then my one, like, I won't say like, well, yeah, it is a negative thing. The drivers that were supposed to be picking me up after surgery like got mixed up, so they supposed to be there as soon as you're done. I had to wait like 30 minutes after surgery, and I'm just sitting there looking stupid, and they just like, did you call your driver? Did you call your driver? I'm like, yes, I did. What did you call? Like, what exactly? I can't do nothing but sit here and wait. So the driver finally gets there, and then they like wheel me out, pick me up, put me in the seat, and I didn't feel bad at all. Like, I didn't feel like no real like pressure on my chest because nothing had been inserted. Like I didn't feel, of course, like, y'all, the BBL girls, they was going through it. I was like, I don't know if I could ever put myself through that, because they was in some gruesome kind of pain, like gruesome. But I felt fine. Like we picked up a couple other girls who had just had surgery. They took me back to the recovery house. When I tell you, like, I went to Hobby, y'all know I be crocheting. I went to Hobby Lobby like that same day. I was like, I gotta get out of here. Like, it's boring. I was listening to music. They were like, why is she so, like, why is she not in pain? And I was like, I only had a lift. But then probably like 5 to 6 hours, or maybe 5 to 8 hours after surgery, I did start to feel like the pain. So I took like my medication. They gave me like oxycodone or one of those little oxy pills, and then like some nausea medicine. I ended up not needing that. I didn't really need all the medications that they gave me. I really just was like taking the oxy when I was feeling like the stinging and like the burning. And also I realized that the pain in my mouth was from me biting my tongue. I will insert pictures of my tongue when I tell you, this was like, I just can't even explain. Like, I was like, how long, like how much pain must I have been feeling to bite down on my tongue like that? And of course I'm knocked out, like sleep or under anesthesia, so I'm not telling my brain is not telling me like, all right, now you biting your tongue, let go. But like, I'm surprised. I felt like Evander Holyfield. I'm surprised a chunk of my tongue ain't hanging out, because when I couldn't even talk regular, like it was just the worst. So I don't know like if anybody else has ever gone through this, but if I went under again, I would definitely be like, can I get a mouth guard? Because the way my tongue was feeling last time, it ain't for me. It ain't for me, sweetheart. So after that, like still hanging out with the girls in the recovery house, y'all. I told y'all the BBL girls was going through. One girl passed out. Another girl, I don't know if she passed out too, but I remember like the firefighters had come. Like it was just crazy. It was a really like interesting, like cool experience, but at the same time I was like, yikes, like sucks to suck. I'm just here to get a little a little pushing, you know. So the next day, like I woke up again, I had packed all my stuff. It was time to go to my post-op appointment, so I went to the post-op again. They have you like go, I think this time it was like upstairs to like whatever floor it was. And I went in, she looked at me, took pictures, she looked at my scars, she took off my bandages, and this was, I had seen them the day before. So I was like really excited and like, oh my god, like these is perfect, oh my god, yes. So she took a picture and she was like, all right, like you got your medications, like if you have any questions. I had to sign a waiver saying that I was like going back home, so I had to do like my post-op with my regular doctor. If you need anything, like call us. And I was about my way. And then I went home that same day. So overall, like my experience was really positive. I really like my results. I felt so bad for some of the girls, like when I see women online too, like saying that they like the same day they knew like this is not what I wanted, like this is not what I like, and I don't know, I can't imagine like going through all of that and then it not like feeling worth it, like feeling like you gotta spend even more money to come back to like fix it. So as of right now, like I'm feeling the girls, like I'm feeling the girls is feeling me. I feel like they just like perfect to me. So I'm really happy with the results. I did pay $5,500, which I've heard is like pretty expensive compared to like what some other facilities down there charge, but I don't think I would change it. And you can finance. They work with like a financing company where you can like finance over 2 years, interest free. So if you don't have, which a lot of people don't have, like that much money and you have good decent credit, I would definitely recommend, because it's like $5,000 over the course of 2 years interest free is like a little over $200 a month. So yeah, that's definitely an option. And do I regret it? Of course not. Like I just told you, I'm really happy with my body. Like looking at myself every day, I feel really happy, and I don't regret feeling like I want to like fix this, because you know what everybody else says, like. So yeah, that was my experience. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about CG Cosmetics though, because actually I had commented on their Instagram page and it wasn't like the most positive comment. I was like telling them about like how the girl tried to shade me for only wanting to lift, and they deleted the comment. So if you have any questions, yeah, like email me or reach out on Instagram. Don't let nobody tell you like what you should be doing with your body.